evening. I'm Joe Netherworld, and I'm here with your daily tarot card reading for Monday, April 7th. And sorry I missed a day there. Crazy time of the year. Lots of projects going on at the House of Netherworld, including taking down a very old, very dangerous tree that hopefully, I got it done before it ate some children. These are the problem sometimes of running a big, wicked old house is, it's almost like an Edward Gorey story. Things that almost shouldn't happen will happen just because of the, there's a big, creepy old tree that's hanging over the sidewalk and, ready to go. So I take that and I'm putting in its place a weeping willow, a golden weeping willow. So it'll make it look even more New Orleans-y, southern decadence out here, at least for half the year when we have greenery. The other half of the year it looks like, scenic downtown war toward Bosnia. But anyway, I'm here with your daily tarot card reading. In a good mood, very excited, energy-filled time. April's sort of shifted, really left the winter behind, and it's not done yet, of course. It's always going to be cold and crappy a little bit more. But it's begun to become spring, and with that, the energy in general is different. It's more, I can't say it's more positive, though I'm in a really good mood. It's more active. And with that, with active, you come into possibilities. It's better that there's a chance of change than there's no chance at all. So, sometimes we have to accept the good with the bad because all change means motion. All motion means, we're getting somewhere. If we stay stagnant, that's sort of like what hell is, like this eternal boredom and no change, nothing's different. So we're out of that mode. We're in a very good mode, actually. So without further ado, I'm going to pick today's, first card, maybe all three cards. We'll see what jumps out of this deck at me, but it's our main card of the day. Today is you, and it's the Queen of Swords, who turned up recently before. I've stopped even questioning it. This deck is telling a story. It does it on its own, no matter how much I shuffle and move the cards around and change it around and try and freshen it. The more I do that, the more it seems to go right back to, now this is part of the story. The Queen of Swords is about using your intellect more than your force, but it's about cutting through things. It's about making separations. It's about ending bad things. It's a card representative of the autumn. There's also, it's one of its elements is water. So with that, there's fluidity and change. It's an interesting card. It's got that autumn kind of vibe to it. With that, it means it's about harvesting, and it's about pulling in and gathering and kind of, reaping what we have sown, sort of vibe. So let's see what else she's working with right now. So I'm going to pull this open again. I like this. This card is here, and this is a great card. I like the Three of Cups a lot. The Three of Cups is about gatherings, partnerships, sisterhood, witchcraft, the coming together in groups to celebrate, and also this is this card is a summer card, and it's about the harvest as well, but the burgeoning, powerful gathering of the summer. So it's would give us a time frame of a little of the future, not much. It's the next season. So what we've got here, we got the Queen of Swords directing us one way. We're showing that we have this great partnership, and it's not a dual partnership. It's about a group of people coming together. It's about the coven. It's about people helping each other, working together, and toasting that and accepting and balancing our womanhood. There is a little aspect of the Three of Cups, though. It's one of the partners is usually a silent partner, or it's a person that is a behind-the-scenes person. One of the people is definitely like the star of the group, the more visual, and there's another one that's wavering somewhere between both. So there is change in this too. It kind of leads us to the fall. But let's see what our third card is. Interesting read today. New cards, new faces, new things. But here we go, the Five of Cups again. And it's interesting in one way that we get these monthly reads, weekly reads, and the cards tend to want to come back and reinforce themselves, that they're not done sometimes with just one singular opinion and one appearance. Okay, here we are, boom, and it goes away. So the Five of Cups teaches a valuable lesson about instead of crying over spilt milk, or in this instance, spilt wine or blood, and worrying about that tragedy, and what's happened. There's also a quick and sudden change. Boom, things have spilled. It's usually about disruption. It's about breakups. both in the financial and romantic levels. But still behind you, still guarded and behind you are two cups. Two cups remain. When that, so it's sort of like maybe change your attitude about things and see what you still have as opposed to what you've lost. That's an important thing to learn sometimes. That some people, maybe you who's listening to right now, are overreactive and only see what you've lost and sort of ignore and pay no attention to what you've retained. Sometimes the things you lose are necessary for a change. The Queen of Swords right here would be pointing out very succinctly, get ready for change. Let these things happen. Stop crying over the things that had to happen. You had to lose. In this card, the Five of Cups, there's birds flying up out of the brush. It's sort of like, what that means is it's kind of like, bang, boom, and there it is. And it could take you a little bit aside, but on the other side of this, the Three of Cups. We've got all these cups. The two balancing and qualifying cards in this read are cups, which is about fulfillment and gaining and losing things, but not just. It's not about money. It's about life, fulfillment. Sometimes representing yourself, the physical body, in the form of the cup. But we got some great things here. So I would take today's read. You see the flower. The flowers on the hilt of the sword of the Queen of on the hilt of the sword of the Queen of Swords. Represent there's always this chance for growth and renewal, and that's represented by the Three of Cups. It's about growth and renewal and coming together. So I would today go and find your friends, your partners, your group, and reconnect that group. And maybe turn away from some of these problems you've been dealing with, and they've been like very, as an individual, you're dealing with these problems, they've been broken. And Three of Cups that are, the Three of Cups have the Five of Cups that are lying on the ground represent the Three of Cups. So your solutions to these problems lie within your friends, your group, the part that you may even be missing from sometimes and not being as accessible. So there's a little warning here. So why don't we take this as a very simple, strong message? Cut the bullshit. The Queen of Swords is out to cut things out that are not necessary and move forward and rebuild this group you have. Now, the inverse of this would be that, you could take this to totally reverse the whole reading. And if there are signs of this in your particular life, beware of it. That maybe the group you're in, you're not being seen. You're not being given proper credit for what you've done. And it's about to break. And that you might have to be the one that breaks that. You have to be be the Queen of Swords and breaks this scenario. So there's a duality in all this. And sometimes when the Queen cards are involved, it represents a stronger duality. Because it's less intellectual and more intuitive sometimes. The things aren't as black and white. So we have to kind of look at what you're particularly going through. So if it's positive and you're kind of like realizing this, then it's about, hey, take your lumps, let some things be lost and let them go, and still retain the power of your group, and rely on your friends to help support you and make you feel stronger. If, though, your group is pushing you aside and ostracizing you, it might be time to suddenly and almost irrationally, it might seem, is to question that. And if it's not really working out to your advantage, you got to go. Sometimes these groups, and I think that you can relate to this all, they keep you around to keep you down. Like you're almost comic relief. They know you could be doing better. They know you could be going further in your life, and they're keeping you back. So there's a interesting thing here, and what it's really calling for, while the Queen of Swords is standing up, is like it's time for you to make decisions about how you're being perceived in your group. If there's a positivity there, you need to really support that and really do your best to be like, even a silent partner needs to be a partner. Now, if that group is not supporting you and making you feel like you're spiraling upwards and things are happening and you're blossoming, then you have to get that group and have to cut it. Simple as that. I am a no-nonsense psychic. I tell people things, and sometimes they don't like to hear them because I don't sugarcoat them, but it does help things move faster, does it not, if we actually know where we're going. So with that, take this reading to heart today and really address your social group and how it's supporting you and how these friends maybe are not being friends, they're being restrictions. On the other side of that, maybe your friends need to be supported more by you. So there is a theme going through all this, and it's about support, loss, and what we can retain. So with that, I'm going to say, have a a magical day. You know, of course, you can always reach me on keen.com. You can call me. I do my psychic readings there, one-on-one. The comment section allows for all kinds of comments, and so on and so forth. And I'll be installing a new program soon where you can have candles and other spell work done for you by through PayPal and all other assorted mumbo jumbo. But we'll wait on that. I think I'm gonna wait till after Walpurga, the witches' holiday. Look it up if you don't know, but or Walpurgisnacht. But that's April 30th. Give you a little more information on that. I'm looking very much forward to that time of the year. It's sort of that's the I call that high noon on the Halloween o'clock, because after April 30th we're now closer to Halloween than farther from it, and then things start charging up. For us dark witches who kind of work on the darker side of things, it's coming around midnight. That's like, if it's midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, as they say, after midnight is when darker things happen. It becomes, the midnight of the year after April 30th, and we work our way to the breaking dawn of Halloween. It's a dawn of darkness. It's very nice. I might be going a little off on a tangent, but I am a man of tangents and strange abilities. All right. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. Have a great night. I'll see you again tomorrow, more or less, unless something strange or mysterious happens to me. Now I'm going to try and make this magic button click and turn us off.